Welcome to the first 10 minutes of Borderlands 2. This video is going to be slightly different than my usual first 10-minute videos, because the first 6 minutes or so of Borderlands 2 is cutscene, so I wanted to give a little extra footage for anyone checking out this game for the first time. Gameplay footage, that is. As always, you can skip ahead of the gameplay footage if you'd just like to hear my thoughts. That timestamp will be in the video description below. Let's get started.
So, you want to hear another story, huh? One where the very fate of Pandora hangs in the balance? If not, too bad, I'm telling you anyway. First, there was the vault, an alien prison opened with a mystical key. To the warriors who opened it, the vault was just a container of tentacles and disappointment. They vanished into the wastelands, certain that the vault held no treasure at all. They were wrong. The vault's opening triggered the growth of iridium, a priceless alien element. Soon, the rare and valuable mineral emerged all across Pandora. Its appearance attracted many, including the Hyperion Corporation. They came to Pandora to mine iridium and bring order to the savage planet. Through their excavations, Hyperion uncovered evidence of an even greater vault. Their leader vowed to find it, to use its power to civilize the Borderlands, once and for all. But Hyperion weren't the only ones searching for the next vault's alien power. The call of danger and loot is not so easily resisted. Certain warriors came to Pandora in droves to uncover its hidden secrets. Some would call them adventurers. Others call them fools. But I call them vault hunters. Our story begins with them, and with a man named Handsome Jack.
It's cute that y'all think you're the heroes of this little adventure, but you're not. Welcome to Pandora, kiddos.
Great. Another dead Vault Hunter. Handsome Jack's been busy. Wait a minute. You're not dead! Yes! Now I can get off this glacier. Claptrap metaphoricals has finally come in. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a CL4P TP steward bot, but my friends call me Claptrap. Or they would if any of them were still alive, or had existed in the first place. Oh, I've got something for you. Here, take this echo communicator that I totally didn't loot from one of these corpses. It comes with a Class 12 heads-up display, complete with a mini-map. Now, come, friend, let's get you inside. Man, this is great! Now that I've met a mighty Hunter, I can finally join the Resistance of Sanctuary, take vengeance against Jack for killing my product line, and repair my central processor so I stop thinking out loud! I wonder what it's like to have a belly button.
I'll explain everything soon, but know this. You're alive for a reason, and I am here to help you.
Well done! Your ability to walk short distances with dying will be Handsome Jack's downfall. And open! Just a little added security. Gotta keep those bullymongs at bay, or they'll rip your eyes out. Sorry about the mess. Everything Jack kills, he dumps here. Bandits, Vault Hunters, Clap Units. I sound pleased about this. It's only because my programmers made this my default tone of voice. I'm actually quite depressed. Now, the creatures around here are dangerous. None more than this bullymong named Knuckle Dragger. Killed everyone I know. Anywho, I keep a pistol in the cabinet over there for emergencies. But in here, we should be pretty safe. Woo! The gun in the cabinet. Ow. Oof. Ooh.
Once upon a time, 4 Vault Hunters changed Pandora forever, but their time passed. Thanks to Handsome Jack, Pandora needs a new hero. I know that hero is you.
Apart from the excruciating pain, this is great! I've been waiting for a mighty Vault Hunter to help me reach Sanctuary. I will be your wise leader, and you shall be my fearsome minion! Great! Just let let me get this door open and we'll hunt ourselves a bullymong. Seeing eye minion? Let me know if I'm gonna run into anything. Ah! I'll just assume you didn't see that. Even though Knuckle Dragger blindsided me, I know my way around this glacier. I bet you will find my eye in Frostbite Crevasse. Ooh!
Stick close to the robot. He will help you get off this glacier and into the city of Sanctuary. That is the only place you will be safe.
Ah! I hear bullymons! Sick 'em, minion! Protect me, Squire! Let's go! If we don't get my eye back, we'll never get to Sanctuary! Again? Jack's tearing Pandora apart to find the vault. They say Jack's drilling operations are causing those earthquakes. That, or your mom just got out of bed. Zing!
You'll need that funny little robot's help to reach Sanctuary, the last bastion of the resistance against Jack, and the only place you'll be truly safe. Get to Sanctuary.
Hey! What's that noise? Are you fighting?
Boom shakalaka! The band!
Great! Now get me out of here before more bullymongs arrive. You still there? Many thanks, friend of friends. Onward!
Hey kiddo, Jack here, president of Hyperion. Let me explain how things work here. The Vault Hunters show up, Vault Hunter looks for the new vault, Vault Hunter gets killed. By me. You see the problem here? You're still alive. So if you could just do me a favor and off yourself, that'd be great. Thanks, Pumpkin.
And open! Oh, my eye just switched back on! I see a tough-looking minion and an incredibly handsome robot, which means that whoever has my eye is very close! If you would, retrieve my eye for me. Oh, and I apologize for saying wall sphincters. I say that a lot when I'm frightened. got my eye? Great! Now we just gotta find someone to put it back into me. Much as I'm sure you'd like to jam your fist into my skull, optic surgery is best left to professionals. My pal Hammerlock in Liarsburg can fix me up. Allons-y. Liarsburg's on the other side of this Hyperion barge. What say we cut through it, chum? Ha! This door's Hyperion tech. Child's play. And open!
Intruders detected. Locking door.
Well, it was nice knowing you. I hear getting eaten alive by bullymongs isn't such a bad way to go.
Let me get that for you. Executing phase shift. You're welcome. Perks of being an artificial intelligence. I'm networked into almost everything on this planet. It's a long way to Sanctuary. Please take whatever you need for the journey ahead.
Just let me know when you're ready to go meet with Sir Hammerlock, minions.
So at the beginning of this episode, I said it was going to be slightly different, and that's because there are these two cutscenes that take up a lot of the time, but they kind of set the stage for Borderlands 2. This one right here is the backstory, and the very beginning right here is the summarization of Borderlands 1, which, if you played Borderlands 1, you know is not really important. The story is kind of
just a container of tentacles and disappointment.
So, spoilers for Borderlands 1, tentacles and disappointment. If you've played Borderlands 1 and beaten it, you know exactly why that's funny and why that's a joke. When the game came out, Borderlands 1, when you got through the whole game, you beat the game, the base game. So the very end, you find the vault, you open the vault, and you fight that monster. And when you beat it, you get nothing really. Like, there's nothing of value. Maybe a gun, some loot. But people sort of got angry about that. Like, oh, this whole build-up, you know, we're looking for this vault. We're vault hunters. That's the whole point. You're a vault hunter. And the reward did not match what people wanted it. Like, the hype, I guess you could say. So it's kind of funny that they're playing that meta joke on themselves. So, I'll say real quickly, the prequel. I've played Borderlands, the pre-sequel, which is the game it's set in between Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. I've not played it all the way through, and honestly, I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't like the setting. It was made by a different studio, and I don't think it's fair to say that's the reason it's but it does focus more on Handsome Jack. So if you like Handsome Jack, which is a Borderlands 2 character, so I'll say right now that Handsome Jack is is very well written in this game. He was not in Borderlands 1, so he's not a character from Borderlands 1. But his writing is very well done. But anyway, so if you like him, you might like the pre-sequel. If you end up liking him in this game, I would suggest maybe going back and playing the pre-sequel for the story and stuff, but it did not have the same vibe that this game did, or the first game for that matter. So this is a classic intro right here, the Skag and getting hit by something, but this one's a lot more drawn out, and it's a lot of fun. So we're going to skip ahead right quick. So this game it's full of humor. The first game had a bit of this, but they really upped their effort in the writing department. And Anthony Birch and his sister, who plays a character in this game. Well, Anthony Birch was one of the principal writers of this game. Hey Ash, What You Playing? That's their little YouTube series, but I won't get into all that necessarily. But anyway, so just to say all that, if you enjoyed the first game, you will really enjoy the second if you are tuned into kind of this humor. Like, look at this. And there's a moment that's about to happen here that I want to highlight. So I'll wait. Patiently, of course. So this right here, these little name plates, name stills, that's kind of a key thing from Borderlands 1. When you'd meet a boss, there would be these little name stills with some sort of silly little tagline. So not necessarily right here, because this is just introducing us to the base game Vault Hunters we can be. What you'll find out later is that with the Handsome Jack collection, which is what you can get on Xbox, that includes this game, you get pre-sequel as well, and you get all the DLC for both games. There are 2 more Vault Hunters you can choose from, and they're a lot of fun, so we're going to skip ahead to that right now. Okay, so you can see right here, as I just said, 2 extra Vault Hunters. Now, I want to say I've only ever really played with the Psycho and the Assassin. Those are my 2 highest level Vault Hunters. And I don't like the Assassin's abilities as much as I hoped, but the Psycho is a lot of fun. So if you buy the Handsome Jack collection on Xbox, you can get those 2, I think it was the Necromancer and the Psycho. Claptrap here is a main character, I guess you could say. A main character of this series. Definitely a notable one. He's kind of the comedic relief. There's always a comedic relief robot in sci-fi stuff, for whatever reason.
My friends call me Claptrap. Or they would if any of them were still alive, or had existed in the first place. Oh, I've got something for you. Here,
so, if you can kind of look behind just the silly slapstick humor that this game was really written with, you can really enjoy it for what it is, which is just kind of like a humorous, fourth wall, at times breaking game writing. There's even so at the time this game came out, there was a meme that was going around. I guess I don't even know if I'd call it meme. It was a viral video, because back then memes weren't really what they are today. But a viral video about a double rainbow, and they put that meme or that viral entity thing into this game at one point. So I'll let you find that for yourself. But if you just want a fun game that will make you smile and maybe make you laugh, and addictive, Borderlands 2 is that game. More so than Borderlands 1. The Borderlands 2 intro setting in the snow, I'm not a huge fan of it. It took me a while to really get into this game because, for whatever reason, I can't get into the snow setting in most games. I honestly don't know why. Skyrim, I got into it, I guess. But I added mods to kind of make it more colorful and all this. I'll let this play because it's funny, and then I'll continue this thought. So I might have skipped the footage, or I was just not paying attention as I was talking over it. But he makes a comment about losing his eye at one point before this, like foreshadowing this. It's just that type of humor all throughout. Anyway, back to my original thought. I don't know why, but the snow tundra sort of setting for games is just not my thing. In The Witcher 3, you go to a place called Skellige, which is basically The Witcher's version of Skyrim, as far as like a setting goes. I guess I really shouldn't just label everything that's a winter tundra, open world, yada yada, as Skyrim. But in the modern era, Skyrim really kind of set the precedent for that type of setting as far as beauty and well-designed. Anyway, so Borderlands 1 starts you out in a sort of western sort of feel, desert area, And I really like that as an opening setting way more than I do snow. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it feels sort of Western, but I don't know. And yeah, that's a very personal taste, and that's just setting. But I mean, it did affect. It was a first impression, and it was a first impression thought, and I just was kind of a little off put by the snow, especially because I didn't play this until long after I'd played Skyrim, and you know, the cell shaded thing, maybe that doesn't work for snow like it does for desert. I don't know. So the menu here is different than Borderlands 1. If you've played Borderlands 1, it's a static menu, like most old games. But in this one, it kind of goes, I don't know what that word is, but it moves. It's kind of floating in the screen. So if you move one of the thumbsticks, I think you can kind of look around and move it around. It took me a very long time to get used to this, so know that if you play this for the first time, that might take some getting used to, since it's a little more free-floating, but, and the layout, I guess, compared to the original game, is a bit more confusing, but you get used to it eventually. So as I mentioned, this video is different. I'm not going to interject other footage like I normally would for my overall thoughts with this long voiceover, because I do plan on doing a full series review sort of video, just kind of like my thoughts, and I have a plan of doing that for a few different series or different games, so you'll just have to wait and see. But at the time of this recording, Borderlands 3 is coming out soon, and so maybe once I've played that and can kind of retrospectively look at the whole series, I will give this game a proper look that's not just the first 10 minutes. But for the sake of this series, you know, I wanted to do just, this is your first impression playing this game. And as far as gunplay goes, it's very smooth. Now, this is a modern era shooter, so the days of Halo are long over as far as like maybe kind of the feel. And if you've ever gone back and played some of those games, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Vault Hunters show up, Vault Hunter looks for the new vault, Vault Hunter gets killed by me. You see the problem here? You're still alive. So if you could just do me a favor and off yourself, that'd be great. Thanks, Pop.
Handsome Jack is fantastic. The writing is fantastic. The voice actor is hilarious. He really kind of makes this game. He's a villain. I guess I wouldn't say you love to hate him, but... So remember the nameplates I said earlier? Here we go. Knuckle dragger. This is gonna hurt. So they do this for these sort of boss characters, and it's fantastic. It truly is. It gives character to these things. I mean, look, this is just some random monster. This is the first boss you're gonna defeat and kill and destroy, and they give it character like that. Just those little things, and that's a Borderlands staple. So, but yeah, so you go through the fight, and then once you beat him, he drops loot. This is a looter shooter. Borderlands, as far as I know, was the first game series to be looter shooters. Maybe for console, I don't know about PC, but they kind of brought in this looting shooting genre. It's kind of what Destiny is now too, or Destiny 1 was, at least from my experience. But that's the whole point. That's the rush. You kill things, you get good loot. There are tons of weapons in this game. Borderlands 3 was announced to have, I don't want to get it wrong, like billions of different weapons, and it's just astronomical. But again, that's the point. This game is all about the gunplay, the fighting, and then getting these weapons and these guns. So I'm going to kind of stop this video here. Do I think you should buy this, try this, or avoid it? Borderlands 2 is a must buy. If you are a video game player and you've never played a Borderlands game, that needs to change. Borderlands 2 is fantastic. It is one of the best games I've played. I haven't done a top 10, top 20, top 50 list ever for video games, but I would put it probably in the top 20, maybe even the top 10. It's just that good. It's fun. It's just fun. And it's fully cooperative too. You can play everything in the game with 3 other people you can see right there. Invite friends. So what other game can you boast for that? Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a comment down below. The question for the comment section in this video is, what is your favorite Borderlands class to play? Mine has always been the Assassin for the sniper perks. A link to my Discord server is in the description below. It is a community of gamers with a strong focus on not just the games, but the people who play them. We'd love to have you. Next week, I'm going to go back to the platforming genre with Dead Cells. Take care, y'all.